Hello, welcome back. Just going down to do the editing for this episode, which you guys will see I've recorded everything, but Superstars of Wrestling 1 has vanished. I cannot find it anywhere, it's doing in the trash can, so I'm going to quickly record this, which will go in the front of the episode. So ignore everything I say in the episodes where I say I've still got 3 months to do, because I'm only done 2, and I'll be doing 2 months here for after. Every month we are heading towards King of the Ring. So I'm going to quickly go like this. I'm going to probably ruin some things at the end of the episode. But this is the time month. So we need to look at the night after WrestleMania. So on this show we had Rick Rude defeating the Great Muta. We're not going to do that. So Hogan hyping up the fact that he's still champion. Stuff like that. You got the Bulldogs defeating the Rockers. The Hart Foundation doing a promo. With Flair defeating Slaughter, Sting defeating Truly. Under the Giant music video. He was injured. Bret Hart defeated Thingy. Dusty Rhodes defeated and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage and Roddy Piper. In this match, and the reason I'm doing this is Roddy Piper turned face. That is the important thing you need to know for the rest of the episode to understand what is going on. Roddy Piper is now babyface. There you go. We'll see you for the rest of the episode. Enjoy it. It's pretty good. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Only our second show, but we still got 3 months worth of wrestling. This is Saturday Night Main Event in front of 35,446 people. We are about, of course, we've got this week's Super. So we've got 2 more Superstars for our next big event, I do believe. But in about that good wrestling and decent match card, the Hart Foundation defeated the Rockers in 15:30 when Owen Hart defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall. They did main event number 1 of their tag team titles, 76B-, Marty Jannetty 61, Shawn Michaels 65. Owen Hart 66, Jim Nadine 68. Owen Hart in Rumble and Performance, Marty Jannetty in Technical. Nice. No opening packages, this is just a quick wrestling show on pay-per-view and live. That's what WWF do in my booking style. In a decent match, Michael Haynes defeated Lex Luger in 10-10 by pinfall for the DDT. Michael Haynes 64, Lex Luger 37. Lex Luger in Performance of 59C. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Bruce Beefcake in 10:45 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 62, Sergeant Slaughter 70. Bruce Beefcake in Rumble 72B-. In a decent match, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Young Stallions in 15:22. And Ricky Morton defeated Paul Ramon by pinfall with a double drop kick. Jim Powers 52, Paul Ramon 49, Robert Gibson 63, Ricky Morton 61. Jim Powers improved the technical 64C, not bad. In about that great wrestling and good heat, Bret Hart defeated Stan Hansen in 14:45 by submission sharpshooter. Stan Hansen 69, Bret Hart 73. No workarounds, hence why he's now going to be on his own and I'm going to be pushing him as a single star. In a decent match, Honky Tonk Man, Shane Douglas and the Road Warriors defeated the Fearsome Men, Mankind, Vader, The Undertaker, and Ken Nakasaki in 14:46 when Honky Tonk Man defeated Mankind by pinfall the Armageddon. Road Warrior Hawks and shoulders very much. Shane Douglas weakling, that's fine. There's some injuries as well, they'll suffer through. Ken Nakasaki 66, Undertaker 58, Vader 63, Mankind 52, Douglas 42, Road Warrior Hawk 76, Road Warrior Animal 65, Honky Tonk Man 60, Shane Douglas improving in Rumble, nice, 71C+. In about had decent wrestling on the sheet, King Kong Bundy and Steve Lombard defeated the Great Muta and Rick Rude in 10:03 and King Kong Bundy defeated the Great Muta by pinfall the Avalanche. Rick Rude 64, the Great Muta 49. Steve Lombardi 35, King Kong Bundy 64. Rick Rude in Rumble. I'm not sure if King Kong Bundy is going to come back full time to the company or not. In a decent match, Carmelo defeated Razor Ramon in 15:27 by pinfall the Giant Splash. Razor Ramon 58, Carmelo 61. No working road 65C. In an exceptional match, Harley Race defeated Jake Roberts in 15:26 by pinfall the Pile Driver. Jake Roberts 83, Harley Race 76, and 71C+. Not bad. In about that great wrestling and decent match, the crowd, the Killer Bees defeated the British Bulldogs in 8:18 when Brian Blair defeated David Boy Smith by pinfall the Bee Stinger. 73B-. Dynamite Kid 78, David Boy 79. Jim Burnsville 64, Brian Blair 64. No, David Boy in Technical. I will get back to you guys in just a sec. Right, welcome back. Sorry about that. Parents always call you at the wrong moments. Where was we? David Boy in Technical. Yeah, we did all this, didn't we? Awesome. Right, let's go. 73B-. Move on. In about that good wrestling, the D-Slash the crowd, Bob Backlund defeated Magnum TA in 15:07 by pinfall, 74B-. Bob Backlund 77, Magnum TA 58. No work around 74B minus. Not bad. In a decent match, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Terry Funk 15.05. We're going to have to pay him off after this show. By pinfall, the Big Splash. Terry Funk 73, the Ultimate Warrior 27. No work around. Come on, Warrior. You need to freaking improve massively. 62C. We need to really stop pushing him. In a decent match, Nikita Koloff and the Team Awesome defeated Benoit and the Fantastics 59. But Nikita Koloff defeated Chris Benoit by pinfall, the Russian Sickle. Tommy Rogers 55, Bob Filton 51, Chris Benoit 69, Nikita Koloff 64, Mike Rotundo 58, and Barry Windham 62. No work improvements, 69C+. In a bad Great Wrestling and Good Heat, Greg Valentine defeated Tito Santana in 14:41 by pivotal following a botched interference from Honky Tonk Man to keep the Intercontinental storyline going. Tito Santana 72, Greg Valentine 71. Tito Santana in Performance Room. Just get this as his rematch, and he's had his rematch end of argument. So I know some people go, yeah, his rematch, me. In a decent match, Archangel defeated Mr. Perfect in 15:27 by pinfall, the Liger Bomb. Mr. Perfect 70, Archangel 43. No work improvements. I really like Archangel. I've seen him. I actually have watched old footage of him wrestle during this time, and he's an amazing worker. So I'm trying to get him up as well. 66C+. And then in a superb match, Dusty Rhodes, Sting, Jim Duggan, Sting, Billy Graham, and the Four defeated the Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Ollie Anderson, and Trudy Blanchard in 15:18 when Billy Graham defeated Ollie Anderson by pinfall. Ollie Anderson's weak link, but he's still got an 82B. Billy Graham 87, Sting 64, Jim Duggan 73, Dusty Rhodes 76, Trudy Blanchard 67, Ollie Anderson 57, Arn Anderson 17, Ric Flair 96. Arn in Techno and Performance, an 82B, can't complain. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan and Ricky Steamboat defeated Paul Orndorff and Ted DiBiase in 2023, and Hulk Hogan defeated Ted DiBiase by pin with a big leg drop. Hulk Hogan carried the match to his ring performance. Ted DiBiase 82, Paul Orndorff 86, Ricky Steamboat 86, Hulk Hogan 100, Ricky Steamboat in Rumble. And of course, our main event tonight is Randy Savage taking on Roddy Piper 78B. In an exceptional match, Roddy Piper defeated Randy Savage in 25-12 by pinfall. Roddy Piper 89, Randy Savage 88, no work appearance. That's where we end tonight's WWF Superstars. And AQB increased our popularity in 30 regions. Awesome. Hogan. Nope, not Jake. Hulk Hogan. Ric Flair. And I'm also going to give it to... I'm also going to do something. I haven't tried this before, but... told that they could do better. Praise for great performance and praise for great performance. Hulk Hogan's very happy. Your mother didn't seem too concerned with his speech, at least for now. Well, we're going to keep ripping into him until he listens. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you for WWF Superstars of Wrestling in a few clicks. 10,000 people and 500, I do believe, yep. Sold out tonight at the Idaho Center Amphitheater. And in a piece about decent wrestling with much heat, Bob Backlund, Lex Luger, Masahiro Chono, he's back again. Defeat the Great Muta, Archangel, and Chris Benoit in Bob Backlund defeat Chris Benoit by pinfall. Masahiro Chono 38, Lex Luger 38, Bob Backlund 71, Chris Benoit 64, Archangel 47, and Great Muta 55. No work improvements. Welcome to the wrestler Masahiro Chono. Now, that is Impact Wrestling. I think he's in mainstream pro wrestling, and he's also in the WWF 1994 series. I have a problem. 64C, not bad. He's just going to turn up every now and then, isn't he? In appreciation of that good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, the Killer Bees defeat the British Bulldogs in 69 when Jim Burnzell defeated Dynamite Kid by the Bee Stinger. Dynamite Kid 80, David Boy 75, Jim Burnzell 66, Brian Bear 61. 74B minus. In appreciation of that decent wrestling, Terry Funk defeated Honky Tonk Man in 540 by Pivotal Pile Driver. Terry Funk 68, Honky Tonk Man 16, no work rooms. They are shorter than normal because I wanted to get this match in. In an extreme short pre-show match, Carmella defeated Juice Thunder Liger in 4:19 by putting the Giant Splash. Liger 39, Carmella 61. Carmella in performance. Juice Thunder Liger is in the WWF Young Bucks promotion, so he's been called up tonight to get squashed by Carmella. What can you do? In a decent pre-show match, Team Awesome and the Young Stallions defeat the Fantastics and Road Warriors. In 8:04, when Jim Powers defeat Tommy Rude by pivot of running power slam. Road Warrior Hawk 78, Road Warrior Animal 68, Tommy Rogers 49, Bobby Filton 48, Jim Powers 46, Paul Ramone 42, Mike Rotundo 49, Barry Windham 64. No work improvements, but that's nice. 68C+. In a pre-show bout, decent wrestling with a Shane Douglas defeated Razor Ramon in 7:39 by the power driver. Razor Ramon 60, Shane Douglas 42. Douglas in Rumble and Razor in Flying, 54C minus. In a decent pre-show match, he's on a one-night deal. Greg Valentine defeated Joe Malenko in 7:40 by the elbow drop. Joe Malenko 34, Greg Valentine 70. He's improving in Rumble and Technical, so I might see if I can get him on a different deal. Probably into the Youngbloods. Sort my ear up. In about that good wrestling in a decent match, the crowd, the Hart Foundation, Jim and Owen Hart, defeated the Rockavolt Express in 7:47 and Owen Hart defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall. Robert Gibson 65, Ricky Morton 62, Owen Hart 66, Jim and Dean Hart 71. Ricky Morton in Rumble, Robert Gibson in Rumble, Ricky Morton in Performance, Robert Gibson in Rumble, Owen Hart in Rumble, 74B minus, not bad. And then we see that was the opening match of the night, so of course that was the non-title match, of course that was the opening match of the night. And then we go to the back, we see Ric Flair, Truly Blanchard, Ollie Anderson and Arn Anderson in the back, and they go, whoa! Some people have got a problem with the Four Horsemen, well, Sting, Dusty, Billy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You think after what transpired at main event, we're going to let things lie? Oh no, next week all four of you face the four of us in singles action, and let's get some truce here, shall we? Dusty Rhodes next week, me and you in the main event, and this time you might not book me out of oblivion. The Force Horsemen, it's not just a family, it's a way of life. Woo! 79B minus. Now next week on WWF Superstar there'll be 4 matches, and it will be what I have now named as the Horsemen. I can't remember what I've called them actually. They've got a name. The group's got a name. I can't remember what the name is. Or I think it's the Horsemen Hunters. I might be wrong on that, but we'll see. But yeah. So as you can see, I am booking everybody up to be the awesome. So this is going to be quite a good little performance. The one which has set this all off is probably True Blanchard to Sting. So that's going to be happening again. So this is all happening next week. On paper, Ollie Anderson, and he will be taking on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh! That's next week. 79B, not bad. In about that good heating, decent wrestling, Bruce Beefcake defeated Magnum TA in 7:55 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 62, Magnum TA 63, no work on 68C+. We see Honky Tonk Man in the back, and he has 78B for his promo, not bad. Thank you very much for letting me come here. Now, Greg Valentine, you think this is going to lay how? How? No. And in 2 weeks at Madison Square Garden, it's going to be me versus you for that time. I hope you're ready now. And now the Honky Tonk Man has left the building. I'm going for the full Elvis thing here. So yeah, this is in 2 weeks from now. It'll be Greg Valentine will be defending that title against the Honky Tonk Man at SMG. I don't know if I'm going to get him in match action next week, but I'll probably try to get his thing up. In a decent match, Mankind defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 6:11 by pin for the double arm DDT. Sergeant Slaughter 57, Mankind 53. No work of Bruins at 61C. Nice. And then in a decent match, the Monsters defeated the Rockers in 5:40 when The Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels by pin for the Tombstone. Vader 68, The Undertaker 55, Mighty Jannetty 57, Shawn Michaels 61. Shawn Michaels in Performance and Mighty Jannetty in Technical. 69C+, not bad. In a decent match, Canada Son Nagasaki defeated Rick Rude in 5:40 by pin for the Power of Hypnosis. Rick Rude 63, Ken Nagasaki 66. Of course, these are the other 2 members of the Intercontinental storyline, so that's just advancing that. We're also trying to get Ken Nagasaki here. And then in our main event of WWF Superstars of Wrestling this week, we're going to have Rick Steamboat, Roddy Piper taking on Hulk Hogan. Then Randy Savage, WWF, and Harley Race. The reason is to get these 2 in a match so that the World Title storyline advances. So we've had all 4 stories going. 85B+, awesome. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage, Tony Bruce and Harley Race in 14:40 when Hulk Hogan defeated Harley Race by pin for the Axe Bomber. Hulk Hogan 100, Roddy Piper 83, Ricky Steamboat 83, Harley Race 80, Ted DiBiase 83, Randy Savage 91. It will... So if I just went silent, I'm trying to work out what the cats are doing. They're downstairs. They've only been up for a few minutes, so they've got all the energy in the world at the moment. They won't settle for that. It'll be Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage for the WWF World Championship live at Madison Square Gardens in 2 weeks. We've got another WWF Superstars of Wrestling taping, which are a day out, so they have a day to edit it all down. And then he's in a one-night deal, but I'm thinking about bringing him in more promptly. In a push about decent wrestling with a Machete, Stan Hansen defeated Scorpio Sky Jr. in 5:42 right from the elbow. Scorpio Jr. 26, Stan Hansen 76. No work appearance, we'll have a look into it, 53 C-. In a post-show about a good wrestling, good heat, the Horseman Hunters, Sting, Jim Duggan, Dusty Rhodes, and Billy Graham defeat Paul Orndorff, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Nikita Koloff in 7:51. Billy Graham defeat Mr. Perfect by pinfall. Billy Graham 85, Dusty 80, Jim Duggan 73, Sting 59, Nikita Koloff 58, Mr. Perfect 73, Bret Hart 77, and Paul Orndorff 84. No work appearance of 58 C-. In a good pre-show match, the Four Horsemen, Trudy, Ollie, Arn, and Rick defeat Jake, Tito, Santana, Michael Haynes, and the Ultimate Warrior. 9:51. Ric Flair defeat Michael Haynes by pinfall. Ric Flair's head and shoulders announced. The Ultimate Warrior's weakness, fine. Rick 96, on 70, Ollie's 54, Trudy 72, Ultimate Warrior 38, Michael Haynes 65, Tito Santana 70, and Jake Roberts 83. Jake Roberts in Rumble. We're going to end the show there, my friends. I tried to send him down to Youngblood, so he won't go. With an 81B, not bad. Increased our popularity in 30 regions. I'll see you guys live again next week for another edition of WWF Superstars of Wrestling. Welcome back. No pre-show or anything tonight. I'm just going to get straight on with it. With the main card, in a good match, Drew Banshee defeated Sting in 5:48 by pin for the slingshot suplex. 11,520 at the Murphy Centre tonight. Drew Banshee 78, Sting 62. No appearance. So just to make sure that I got a sold out crowd, I had Hogan appear in a backstage angle when you do a promo in a minute. But there's no post-show or pre-show, it's just main show and Hulk Hogan cutting a promo. Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. This Sunday night I'm going to face Roddy Savage at Madison Square Garden with the title on the line. Now, the WWF has a great group of guys fighting for it. And it's only going to get better with time. You see, my Hulkamaniacs are running wild, and this Sunday night is going to be loud inside Madison Square Garden with Jack. So, Randy Savage, what you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother? I need to really do his gimmick. So, an 80B, not bad. In about great wrestling, great heat and good wrestling, Jim Duggan defeated Ollie Allenson in 5:49 by people to running clothesline tackle. Ollie Anderson 66, Jim Duggan 68, no work around 69 C+. In an extremely short match, the Rock Express defeated the Fantastic in 5:30 when Ricky Morton defeated Bobby Philbin by people with a double drop kick. Tommy Rogers 56, Bobby Philbin 56, Robert Gibson 76, Ricky Morton 72, no work arounds. And then we got a promo from the Hart Foundation. Now the WWF is trying to get rid of the Hart Foundation, bringing more tag teams in. Look, anybody can come in here, but Owen and Jim will be the tag team champions for a long while yet. And this Sunday night they'll prove it against the Rockers, and I'll kick some ass too. So Madison Square Gardens, it will be the tag team titles will be on the line. So that is all titles on the line, as the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, will be taking on the Hart Foundation too. There is a lot going on in the company. Also, Bret Hart will be kicking some ass. Okay, Bret, who are you going to be kicking ass for? Where's Bret Hart? Oh, nice, he's up in Mikada. That's good. That's where I want him. That means I can put him up against someone. Ricky Steamboat. Bret Hart versus Ricky Steamboat live on pay-per-view. 70C+, not bad from Bret. In an exceptional match, Billy Graham defeated Arn Anderson in 8:23 by pinfall. Arn Anderson 75, Billy Graham 85, no occurrence. And then in a bad great heat and decent wrestling, Honky Tonk Man defeated Bruce Beefcake in 8:14 by pinfall. The Devil Hurt Jesus. Bruce Beefcake 59, Honky Tonk Man 70, no occurrence, 72B-. Video play hyping up your main event tonight of Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated Dusty Rhodes in 14:33 by pinfall. Dusty Rhodes 85, Ric Flair 96, no work appearance. That's where we're going to end tonight's WWF Superstars of Wrestling. As I said, a very basic show tonight. I'm not doing any pre or stuff. We're just going to get it even done with a 79B. Not bad at all, actually. I'm quite proud of that. We'll see you guys on Sunday night at Madison Square Gardens live on pay-per-view. Hello and welcome to Madison Square Gardens. 20,000 people tonight at Madison Square Gardens, sold out. And in the pre-show at Telpa Wrestling, an non-resistant crowd heat the Ultimate Warrior defeat LA Park in 14:36 by pin with a big splash. LA Park 21, Warrior 33, no appearance 31E+. He's still doing better. We open up the main show, the pay-per-view side of things. In a good match, Greg Valentine defeated Honky Tonk Man in 15:10 by pinfall. He makes advance number 2 of the Intercontinental title. Honky Tonk Man 64, Greg Valentine 72, and Honky Tonk Man in performance 75B-. In a decent match, the Fantastic Young Stallions in 9:58 and Tommy Roode defeat Paul Remain by pinfall with a Tomazaki. Tommy Rogers 56, Bobby Filton 54, Jim Powers 53, Paul Remain 49, Bobby Filton in performance of 59C. Oh, he's debuted a new comeback spot, got the card buzz, and his psychology will be able to be using this to go to spot in the future. Nice. In above that, good wrestling and a decent wrestling card, Ken Nakasaki defeated Tito Santana in 14:51 by pinfall and Kamazaki Crash. Tito Santana 73, Ken Nakasaki 67. Tito Santana improving in performance, a 76B-. Nice. In a good match, the Four Horsemen, Chili Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ollie Anderson defeat the Horsemen, Hunter, Sting, Dusty, and Billy Graham. In 15:01, when Chili Blanchard defeat Dusty Rhodes by pinfall with a slingshot suplex. Billy Graham 87, Dusty Rhodes 77, Sting 63, Ollie Anderson 55, Arn Anderson 71, and Chili Blanchard 68. Noah Crimson 80B, not bad. In a decent match, Carmella defeats Shane Douglas in 7:40 by pinfall with a giant splash. Shane Douglas 42, Carmella 61. Shane Douglas in performance and Camilla in flying. I'm probably saying that wrong. I think it's Carmella. I can't remember the Ugandan giant. Should have just come out for now. 59C. I'm not good at pronunciation. In a decent match, Archangel defeated Mr. Perfect 9:43 by pinfall with the Liger Bomb. Mr. Perfect 69, Archangel 45. Noah Prim 66C+. Nice. In a bad decent wrestling with Lex Luger, Mankind, Masahiro Chono, Nikita Koloff defeated Great Muta, Rick Rude, Razor Ramon, and Chris Benoit in 8:28 when Nikita Koloff defeated Razor Ramon by pinfall the Russian Sickle. Benoit 67, Razor 58, Rick Rude 64, Great Muta 54, Nikita Koloff 60, Masahiro Chono 39, Mankind 57, and Lex Luger 44. Noah Prim 66C+. In a bad good wrestling and decent match card, the Monsters defeat the Road Warriors in 13:44 and the Undertaker defeat Road Warrior Hawk by Tombstone. By pinfall with the Tombstone pole driver. Vader 67, the Undertaker 59, Road Warrior Hawk 80, Road Warrior 75. No work improvements. Jim Connected World coming. So 9B, not bad. One of the better Undertaker matches we've had. In a decent match, Bruce Beefcake defeated Michael Haynes in 9:32 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 65, Michael Haynes 64. No work improvements 68C+. In the battle, decent match in the crowd was Subpar Wrestling. A one-man gang defeated Mike Rotundo in 14:50 by pinfall with the 747. Mike Rotundo 50, one-man gang 43. No work of improvements, but Mike Rotundo, so his injuries, David, his man B Scott average. Welcome to the main roster after being in Youngblood for a few months. In a superb match, Paul Orndorff and Harley Race defeated Magnum TA and Sergeant Slaughter in 14:43 when Paul Orndorff defeated Magnum TA by pinfall the power driver. Harley Race 78, Paul Orndorff 86, Sergeant Slaughter 70, Magnum TA 59. No work improvements in 81B. In a good match, Stan Hansen defeated Bob Backlund in 7:31 by pinfall the Western Lariat. Backlund 67, Stan Hansen 71, no work improvements in 75B-. In a poor match, Stephen Regal defeated Sam Houston in 8:24 by pinfall. Sam Houston 32, Stephen Regal 51, no work improvements. He's from Youngblood. He's up here for a one-night deal. In about that good wrestling and decent wrestling crowd, the Hart Foundation 2 defeat the Rockers in 15:17 when Owen Hart defeated Mighty Jannetty by pinfall. The Hart Foundation make defense number 2 of the tag team titles. It's Mighty Jannetty 64, Shawn Michaels 66, Owen Hart 67, and Jim Nadine Hart 68. Owen Hart in Rumble and Performance 75B-. Beautiful. In a decent match, Barry Dawson, better known as Demolition Smash, but we don't think the Demolition probably won't debut because we've got the Road Warriors. In 8:25 by winning clothesline tackle against Barry Windham. Barry Windham 61, Barry Dawson 60. Barry Dawson in Rumble. He was working for the great training grounds, but he's asked for a call up, so he brought him up. Nice. In about that good wrestling and decent match, the crowd, the Bulldogs defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 15:18 when Dave Boy Smith defeated Ricky Morton by pin for the power clean lifting diving headbutt. Robert Gesson 64, Ricky Morton 62, Dynamite Kid 78. Dave Boy 78, Dave Boy Smith in Performance, 75B-, not bad. In a battle, Fantastic Heat and Great Wrestling, Roddy Piper and Jake Roberts defeat Ted DiBiase and Terry Funk in 15:04, and Jake Roberts defeat Terry DiBiase by pinfall. Jake Roberts 77, Roddy Piper 84, Terry Funk 66, and Ted DiBiase 77. No recurrence, hence why I got 71C+ because of Terry Funk. In an exception match, Ric Flair defeated Jim Duggan in 14:50 by submission of figure 4 leg lock. Ric Flair 696, Jim Duggan 73, I forgot to do Hogan's gimmick, 75B-, and I just remember that now. In a superb match, Bret Hart defeated Ricky Steamboat in 1951 by submission of Sharpshooter, Ricky Steamboat 77, Bret Hart 69. Ricky Steamboat vote in Rumble. These two don't click and it makes for an awkward belt. Damn. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage. I know these gimmicks getting stale. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage in 1939 by pin for the Axe Bomber. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 19 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Randy Savage 88, Hulk Hogan 100. No work improvements. We're going to end the show there with an 81B. Holy shit, that was a good show. Hulk. Where's Rick? Rick. And I'm going to give it to Roddy and Randy. Good Randy as well. Praised. Make speech. Hulk Hogan's very happy. Refer's very happy. And so was Randy Savage. So we'll see you guys live again Sunday night for another edition, because we've got 3 months of this. So we'll see you Sunday night for another, Friday night, sorry, for another edition of WWF Superstars of Wrestling. 13,800 people have come out tonight to witness WWF Superstars of Wrestling. And in a decent pre-show match, the Steiner Brothers debut. I think there's a lot of tag teams tonight. Defeating the Bulldogs in 803 when Scott Steiner defeated Dominic Kidd by Kevin Steiner. Device 65C. Scott Steiner 40, Rick Steiner 46. Dominic Kidd 71, David Boy 71. Scott Steiner All-American Below Average. Rick Steiner Badass Average. Scott Steiner Technical Performance 65C. Not bad with me. Not a bad way to make your debuts. In a decent pre-show match, the Honky Tonk Man, Shane Douglas and Orko Express defeat the 4 fearsome men. Kendo Nagasaki, Vader, Mankind, The Undertaker. In ASO when the Honky Tonk Man defeated Vader by pin of the Devil Hurt Jesus. Undertaker 61, Mankind 58, Vader 68. Kendo Nagasaki 69, Shane Douglas 43, Robert Gibson 59, Ricky Moore 57, Honky Tonk Man 67. Thank you, May Supercard, thank you. Do 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 do. 64, 64, 64 Zulu Lane. 60. Do 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 do. That's what my child was made of. Yep, that's going to be happening. 69C plus at the Supercard this Sunday night. I didn't want to forget to put that in. In a pre-show match, the Mayhem Express and the Rockers defeated Team Awesome and MOD Squad in 82 when Sunjao Takanara defeated Mac Jefferson by pin of the double knee drop. Mighty Genetics 58, Shawn Michaels 62, Sunjay Takanara 24, Super Strong Machine 25, James Jefferson 36, Mac Jefferson 31, Mike Rotundo 50 and Barry Windham 63, 50-16 minus. Super Strong Machine in Rumble and Mark Jefferson in Rumble. So Team Awesome are back. We've now got, I think, around about 15 or more tag teams now in the tag team division in WWF, which is what I like. I like loads of tag teams. Anyone knows me, I love tag team wrestling, so we're going to have a load of them. You always know this is going to happen with me. In a picture about decent wrestling on the street, Razor Ramon, Archangel, and the Great Muta defeated Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect, and Masahiro Chono when the Great Muta defeated Masahiro Chono by pin of the moonsault. Muta 60, Archangel 48, Razor Ramon 59, Masahiro Chono 43, Mr. Perfect 69, Lex Luger 45. Mr. Perfect flying in performance and Masahiro Chono improving in flying. I'm reading them upside down. Not really, I'm just saying that to cover my back. In a picture, good wrestling, a decent match, the crowd, Bob Backlund defeated Barry Dorso in 7:35 by pinfall. Bob Backlund 70, Barry Dorso 61. No work improvements of 72B minus. And you'll notice that the Horseman Hunters are changing some Sting's vanish. You'll find out why later. In a superb pre-show match, the Horseman Hunters, Jim Duggan, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and Billy Graham defeated Bret Hart, Bruce Beefcake, Terry Fong, and Teddy Rossi in 804. Magnum TA defeated Bruce Beefcake by pinfall. Billy Graham 85, Magnum TA 65, Dusty Rhodes 76, Jim Duggan 71, Ted DiBiase 82, Terry Funk 72, Bruce Beefcake 66, Bret Hart 79. No work improvement 77B. And we open up the night with, of course, Hulk Hogan. And it means, like, with me is the WWF World Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Last Sunday night, the sold-out Madison Square Garden was rocking as me and Randy Savage locked horns. The Hulkamaniacs helped me get the strength to keep hold of my title. And tonight, Los Angeles, what are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother? Mean Gene's improved in performance at 87B+. Beautiful. Well done, Hogan. In a decent match, the Blade Runners, I need to get Ultimate Warrior over. He's not doing very well on his own. Let's throw him with Sting. In a decent match, the Blade Runners defeated Young Stallion 6:15 and Ultimate Warrior defeated Jim Powers by from the Big Splash. Jim Powers 52, Paul Ramone 49, Ultimate Way 43, Sting 64, no reprints 60. Hence why the other team's back together, make the Blade Runners. In a decent match, Chris Benoit defeated Nikita Koloff in 541 by pin of the Dragon Suplex. Nikita Koloff 60, Chris Benoit 66, no work 71 C+. Then we get Ric Flair in the back, and goes, so we have scared off Sting. And he swapped him for Magnum TA Guy. It is bullshit. You see, Horseman Hunters can fight us. You see, Horseman Hunters can fight us, but this is a war you won't win because the 4 Horsemen are not a family, it's a way of life. Woo! And as I said, these are all ongoing storylines for quite a few months. Now we're in May. We've got Supercard in June as well. Oh dear, didn't realise that. So these are all going to be building up to WrestleMania 3, and for the 4 match is going to be happening. The faces, of course, of Magnum TA. He's now up a mid-carder because all the signings are made, which is good. Eddie Graham, Dusty Rhodes, and where's the other guy? I could have. Jim Duggan still? Yeah. Sadly, Jim Duggan is an upper mid-carder still, which is not good. But Trudy Blanchard, Ollie Anderson, who's still a mid-carder. But I know that Arn's now up in the main event along with Ric Flair. So there you go. That's that done. 75B-, not bad. And Greg Valentine's in the ring and he goes, so I got rid of that stupid evil guy, that stupid Elvis guy. Now I get Rick Rude this Sunday night. I'm going to kick his ass and send him packing. You see, this single title is mine and nobody's taking this away from me. And that means Rick Rude will lose. So yeah, another match for the main supercard. Greg Valentine will be defending that title against Rick Rude, hence why I've got, different people in the storyline, because I can swap the title around, which is something I might do. 65C, not bad. Promo. In a decent match, the Rude Brothers debut. I know they actually debuted in February. That's January, February. So we're March, May. We're 2 months after they actually debuted in real life. But in a decent match, the Rude Brothers defeated Fantastic 750 when Raymond Rude defeated Bobby Phil by pin for the Lab Bomb de Rue, 58C-. Tommy Rue Rogers, 55. Bobby Phil, 53. Jacques Rue, 55, and Raymond Rue, 52. Both films get by his gimmick. Raymond Rue, Sportcaster, obstacle hill, very good and average. No welcome moments, 58C-. In a good match, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Harley Race, 619 by pinfall. Harley Race, 76. Sergeant Slaughter improving in performance, and he got a 64C, not bad at 76B-. Video plays hyping up your main event of Paul Orndorff taking on Hulk Hogan. The WWF title is not on the line. I think it's a non-title. In a bout of sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Hulk Hogan defeated Paul Orndorff in 19 minutes 45 by pin of the Axe Bobber. Paul Orndorff 90, Hulk Hogan 100. These two have great chemistry, and it's showed in their performance. So that's why I put it as the main event tonight. An 86B+, another brilliant match. And we're going to head into, I think, an angle? Yeah. So after the match, Hulk Hogan celebrates victories in the ring with Savage runs in and attacks him, beating Hogan down to the mat. And it will be live and on the main supercard, my friends. The main event is going to be a steel cage match. It will be Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage inside the steel cage with the WWF World Heavyweight title on the line. A 75B-. Beautiful. In a good poster match, Tito Santana, Rick Rude, and Michael Haynes defeat Greg Valentine, Carmen, and Randy Savage, and Rick Rude defeat Greg Valentine by pin of the Rude Awakening. Towards the ring with Randy Savage, 10 shoulders, Michael Haynes 60, Rick Rude 60, Tito Santana 70, Randy Savage 88, Carmella 65, and Greg Valentine 73. He's improving in Rumble in performance. The Organa Giant is doing really well, 57C-. I'm quite proud of him actually. In a decent poster match, Stephen Regal and the Hart Foundation defeat One Man Gang. The Road Warriors with Owen Hart defeat One Man Gang by pinfall. One Man Gang 48, Road Warrior Hawk 75, Animal 68, Jim Nadine Hart 69, Owen Hart 68, Stephen Regal 50. What was that? 53. Owen Hart Rumble Fly, Jim Nadine Hart Flying, and Road Warrior Animal in performance at 55C-. And of course, we're going to close off the night with the Horsemen. In the post show above, had superb wrestling and great heat. The 4 Horsemen, Ric Flair, Chili, and Ollie Anderson and Anderson defeat Jake Roberts, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, and Stan Hansen 8-19. Then Ric Flair defeat Jake Roberts by submission of figure 4 leg lock. Arn 73, Ollie 53, Trudy 72, Ric Flair 96, Stan Hansen 77, Roddy Piper 87, Ricky Steamboat 81, and Jake Roberts 81. I have noticed that Ollie Anderson is currently getting better. Ricky Steamboat and Rumble, which is 7C minus. That is where we end tonight. Now, the post in 82B. Cannot complain with that. Freestyle popularity 32 regions. My friends, I'll see you on Sunday night for the super show of this month. Welcome back to the channel. Hello everyone, welcome back. 34,637 code. I've not sold that card tonight. But in about a good wrestling, a decent card, Ken Nakasaki defeated Hong Kong Man in 14:34 by pin with the power of hypnosis after Jim Cannot interfered. Hong Kong Man 62, Ken Nakasaki 69. No work approach 72B minus. Nice. In above that, decent wrestling, but the number cheat the Steiner brothers defeat Young Stallions in figure 21 when Rick Steiner defeated Jim Powers by pinfall. With the Steiner device, Scott Steiner 46, Rick Steiner 50, Jim Powers 51, Paul Ramon 48. Paul Ramon in performance, Rick Steiner in flying, and performance, and Jim Powers in performance of 53C minus. This is our May Supercard? Yeah. In a superb match, the Horsemen, Hunters, Jim Duggan, Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes, and Billy Graham defeated the Four Horsemen, with Flair, Arn Anderson, Chili Blanchard in 15:29 when Jim Duggan defeated Ollie Anderson by putting the running clothesline tackle. Billy Graham 87, Dusty Rhodes 76, Magnum TA 60, Jim Duggan. Sorry guys, it's always typical, thank you. Jim Duggan 73, Ollie Anderson 54, Tully Ranch 69, Arn Anderson 71, and Ric Flair 96. No work improvements, that's 82B. Ric Flair looked good out there, that's good. In above our Super Wrestling and Little Heat, the Rude Brothers defeat Mayhem Express in 9:42 and Jax Ragu defeat Sunja Takanawa by pin for the Labu Bomb de Rue. Jas Roof 60, Raymond Roof 55, Sunja Takanawa 24, Super Strong Machine 30 this time, not bad. No work for 52D+. In above our decent wrestling with the Majik Masahiro Chono defeat Archangel 9:49 by pinfall. Archangel 46, Masahiro Chono 48, no work improvements. In a superb match, Harley Race defeats Stan Hansen in 10:29 by the pile driver. Harley Race 73, Stan Hansen 70, no work for 76B minus. And a decent match, Sergeant Slaughter and the Rockers defeat Terry Funk and Team Awesome in 10:28 when Sergeant Slaughter defeated Barry Windham by pinfall. Mike Gennett 59, Shawn Michaels 66, Sergeant Slaughter 76, Terry Funk 72, Mike Rotundo 51, Barry Windham 64, no work for 74B minus. In above had great wrestling and good heat. Bret Hart defeated Tito Santana in 10:07 by pinfall. Bret Hart 78, Tito Santana 71. No work for 81B. In a decent match, Razor Ramon, Michael Haynes and Barry Dawes defeat Bob Backlund and Mankind and Nikita Koloff in 9:40 when Michael Haynes defeated Mankind by pinfall. Barry Dawes 60, Michael Haynes 63, Razor Ramon 60, Nikita Koloff 61, Mankind 58, and Bob Backlund 76. No work improvements. 72B minus, not bad. In a decent match, the Monsters defeated the Blade Runners in 14:39 with Vader defeated Ultimate Warrior by people with a powerbomb. Vader 69, The Undertaker 63, Ultimate Warrior 44, Sting 66, Undertaker in performance and Vader in technical 69C+. In above a decent match in the crowd was Subpar Wrestling, Lex Luger defeated Shane Douglas in 8:20 by pinfall. Lex Luger 45, Shane Douglas 45, no work for a 48D+. Shane Douglas debuted in a power spot that showcased ability to sell. He secretly did it, blah blah blah. Perfect. In a decent match, the Fantastic defeated the Hart Foundation in 10:06 when Tommy Rude defeated Jim Nadine up by pin of the power by pin of the rocket launcher. The Fantastic win the World Tag Team titles. No, they go. That's not how I booked this match. Tony Rogers 56, Bobby Fulton 52, Owen Hart 69, Jim Nadine 67. Owen Hart in Rumble, Jim Nadine in performance. That is not how I booked the match, so I don't know why the Fantastics won. Let's move on. In a decent match, Bruce Beefcake defeated One Man Gang in 8:19 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 62, One Man Gang 46, no work compared to 61C. In an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase defeated Jake Roberts in 14:35 by pinfall. Roberts 86, Ted DiBiase 82, no work compared to 75B minus. I'm going to be doing a month a day to try and help the ease of recording this. In above our great wrestling and decent match, the crowd, Roddy Piper and the Rock and Roll Express defeated Mr. Perfect and the British Bulldogs 15:02 when Roddy Piper defeated Dave Boy Smith by pinfall. Roddy Piper 94, Robert Gibson 63, Ricky Morton 58, Dynamite Kid 73, David Boy 76, and Mr. Perfect 69. Ricky Martin in Technical, Mr. Perfect in Technical, and 80B, not bad. In the Bad Good Wrestling and D-Smash the Crowd, Greg Valentine defeated Rick Rude in 14:49 by pinfall. He makes defense number 3 of the Intercontinental. Rick Rude 62, Greg Valentine 72, Valentine Technical and Performance, not bad. 74B minus, yay. And a D-Smash Road Warriors defeat MOD Squad in 10:26 when Road Warrior Emerald defeat Mac Jefferson by pinfall the Doomsday Device. Road Warrior Hawk 78, Road Warrior Emerald 70, James Jefferson 38, Mac Jefferson 34. Road Warrior Emerald in Performance, James Jefferson in Flying and Performance, which is not bad, a 66C+. In a decent match, Carmella defeated Great Muta in 15:08 by pinfall the Giant Splash. Great Muta 60, Carmella 62, No Work Promote 67C+. In a decent match, Steven Regal defeated Chris Benoit in 8:15 by pinfall. Chris Benoit 60, Steven Regal 48. Chris Benoit in Performance, a 61C, not bad. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat defeated Paul Orndorff in 14:47 by pinfall the Flying Karate Chop. Ricky Steamboat 84, Paul Orndorff 86, Steamboat in Rumble, 77B. And our main event of the night is Hulk Hogan taking on Randy Savage. 87B, an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage in 19:59 by pinfall the Axe Bomber. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 20 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Randy Savage 88, Hulk Hogan 100. No, Randy Savage improved in Performance, nice. This was, of course, the steel cage match. And there's probably a spot where someone comes off the top. That's where we're going to end tonight's show. With an 86B+, I cannot complain with that. It's going to be Hulk Hogan. It's going to be Randy Savage. And it's going to be Ric Flair all getting the piece of the chocolate pie this evening. I don't know why Siri turned on then. My phone keeps doing weird things at the moment. It's very odd. Milgren's very happy, Randy Savage is happy, and Ric Flair's very happy. So I'll see you on Friday for another edition of WWF Superstars of Wrestling. Because we've got another 2 months to go. See you then. WWF Superstars is live tonight in front of 15,635 people. And in a decent pre-show match, the Fist of Men, Mankind, Ken and Nakasaki, Undertaker and Vader defeated the Great Muta, Rick Rude, and the Blade Runners at 7:43. When the Undertaker defeated Great Muta by pinfall for the Choke Slam, the Ultimate Warrior, the Ultimate Warrior's weak link, that's fine. Vader 67, Undertaker 61, Ken and Nakasaki 70, Mankind 60, Rick Rude 65, Muta 60, Ultimate Warrior 43, Sting 63, Ultimate Warrior's weak link, that's fine. 68C+, not bad. Warrior improving in Performance, good, let's get him up there. In a decent pre-show match, Bruce Beefcake defeated Magnum T8 in 8:09 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 67, Magnum TA 61, No Working with 71C+. In a decent pre-show match, the Mayhem Express defeated the Road Warriors, the British Bulldogs, and the Road Brothers in 9:31. The order mentioned was Road Brothers first, and the British Bulldogs finally Road Warriors. Road Warrior Hawk 78, Road Warrior Arnold 72, Dynamite Kid 80, Dave Boy 80, 77, Shunjo Takanara 28, Super Strong Machine 33, Jack Roo 60, and Raymond Roo 55. Road Warrior Hawk and Flying. Animal in Flying and Performance. I'm trying to get these guys a bit more popularity. So, that is happening. 72B minus. Beautiful. In a pre-show bout there, decent good wrestling and decent crowd. Benoit defeated Trudy Blanchard 8:19 with submission. Trudy Blanchard 70, Chris Benoit 67. No work coming 75B minus. In a decent pre-show match, Team Awesome and the Young Stallions defeated the Rockers and the Steiner Brothers 606 when Jim Powers defeated Rick Steiner by pinfall the Running Power Slam. Scott Steiner 52, Rick Steiner 51, Marty Jannetty 58, Shawn Michaels 62, Jim Powers 47, Paul Ramone 45, Mike Rotundo 56, Barry Windham 63. Barry Windham in Flying and Jim Powers in Rumble at 63C. It's not bad actually. In a decent pre-show match, Razor Ramon, Shane Douglas and Barry Dawson defeated Bob Backlund, Mr. Perfect and Greg Valentine. In 8:29 when Barry Dawson defeated Mr. Perfect by pinfall running clothesline tackle. Barry Dawson 62, Shane Douglas 44, Razor Ramon 58, Greg Valentine 71, Mr. Perfect 68, and Bob Backlund 73. Shane Douglas in Performance 71C+, not bad. He's not telling me if he's hinting it or not. My client, Andre the Giant, is here to say 20 days and he'll be back fighting fit. He's not happy with Hulk Hogan, who's not come to see him or check on him. Hulk, he thought you was his friend, and sooner or later, this will bite you in the ass. Thank you, Howard Finkel. 78B, not bad. Not a bad angle from Andre the Giant there. In a decent match, the Hart Foundation defeat the Fantastic 612 when Owen Hart's V-Body filmed by pinfall. They are now back as the WWF World Tag Team Champions. Owen Hart 62, Jim Nadine Hart 61, Tommy Rogue 54, Boy Filter 51. Owen Hart in Rumble, Boy Filter in Rumble 68C+. In a good match, Carmella defeated Tita Santana in 542 by pin the Giant Splash. Carmella 64, Tita Santana 70. No recommendation to 3B-. And then Rick Rude's in the back and he goes, "You see, last weekend in the Super Show I lost. Now I don't mind, but if Greg Valentine did not have his feet on the ropes, I would have been a lot more happy. You're a little cheat and I'm coming for you. I'm coming for what is mine. Greg, nobody likes you, and that gold is mine." 67C+ from Rick Rude. Nice. In an extreme short match, MOD defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 4 minutes 53 when James Jefferson defeated Ricky Morton by pin with a pile driver. Robert Gibson 65, Ricky Morton 65, James Jefferson 47, Matt Jefferson 42. Matt Jefferson in performance 64C, nice. Music video shown to promote Bret Hart. In an exceptional match, Paul Orndorff defeated Dusty Rhodes in 720 by pin with a pile driver to Stretch and Truly Blanchard. Dusty Rhodes 75, Paul Orndorff 85, no work improvements. And 2 weeks' time at Madison Square Gardens, which is the next show. I'm quite surprised I can talk this morning after last night's awesome wrestling by Falling Star. Great show. It'll be Truly Blanchard versus Dusty Rhodes, 76B-. In an exceptional match, Billy Graham and Hulk Hogan defeat Ric Flair and Arn Anderson 890 when Hulk Hogan defeated Arn Anderson by putting a big leg drop. Hulk Hogan 100, Billy Graham 87, Arn Anderson 73, Ric Flair 97. No work confirmed 76B-. The music video showing for your main event of WWF Superstars tonight, the TV part of it, as Randy Savage take on Roddy Piper. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage defeated Roddy Piper in 14:37 by pinfall. Randy Savage 88, Roddy Piper 93. Randy Savage improved in performance, 76B-. In a decent post-show match, Archangel and Honky Tonk Man defeated Masahiro Chono and Lex Luger in 7:52 when Honky Tonk Man defeated Masahiro Chono by pinfall the Devil's Hurt Jesus. Lex Luger 47, Masahiro Chono 50, Honky Tonk Man 63, Archangel 46. Honky Tonk Man in Rumble, 42D. In a decent post-show match, Steven Regal, Bret Hart, Nikita Koloff and Ollie Anderson defeated Slaughter, One Man Gang, Mark Haynes and Jim Duggan, when Ollie Anderson defeated Mark Haynes by pinfall. Jim Duggan 73, Haynes 64, One Man Gang 47, Simon Slaughter 72, Ollie Anderson 52, Nikita Koloff 62, Bret Hart 79 and Steven Regal 56. One Man Gang in performance of 55C-. In a post-show battle at Superb Wrestling, Grey Heat, Stan Hansen, Ricky Steamboat and Jake Roberts defeated Harley Race, Ted DiBiase and Toe Fuck in 8:02 when Jake Roberts defeated Harley Race. Roberts 83, Steamboat 86, Stan Hansen 77, Toe Funk 69, Ted DiBiase 83 and Harley Race 76. No work improvements, that's where we end the show, 57C-. With 76C-B-, my friends. Increase our popularity in 21 regions. I'll see you guys live again for another edition of WWF Superstars of Wrestling. It's coming Friday night. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, my friends. 1986. It is a very slow series. We're now in 1986. We've now had just had WrestleMania 2. It's this is 1985. That's when the series is set, so I need to change that to 1986. Next episode. I have now decided that because of the booking style, with this only being an hour long every Friday, you have Madison Square Gardens every month, you've got a Saturday night main event coming up this weekend, and you've also got a May Supercard this month. Next month you've only got June, Supercard and the Thing, and then you've got King of the Ring. So I'm going to be doing 3 months at a time, so you're going to get 3 months in an episode, so these episodes might be longer until we get to SummerSlam, Survivor Series and Royal Rumble, and then we'll still do 3 months. To help us chug along into the 1990s a lot quicker than what we probably will do if we did a month at a time. Also, continuity note here for anybody watching. I am not sticking to historical significance in signings. Hirings and signings are done by me. End of argument. I pick when I sign them. Everything else from when pay-per-views debuted, when Raw debuted, and when the pay-per-views actually did appear, are being stuck to as historically accurate as possible. So July 1994, you'll get Raw. And I think it was 1996, and I might be wrong on that. I haven't checked. But you'll get the first ever In Your House pay-per-view. That is because I want to stick to the real-life WWE, not when they sign people. Because, depending on if you believe, But that's how I'm doing it. That's why we've got people like Ken and Nagasaki who never worked for WWF. Undertaker, Vader, Mankind, all in one company already. When was In Your House? So May 1995. So May 1995. I don't think there was many that year, but that's when it started. So that's when you'll get the first In Your House show, and I'll probably give them random names like they did afterwards. But let's get on with now, because we're nowhere near 1995. We're about 10 years away. We're 1986. And in a decent pre-show match, Rick Rude, the Great Muta, the Ultimate Warrior, Boyfoot, and Tommy Rogers defeat Ken and Nagasaki, the Undertaker, Vader, Mankind, and Mr. Perfect. In 802, Rude defeat Ken and Nagasaki by Pinfall, the Rude Awakening. All storylines will continue up until WrestleMania 3. So there is an entire year's worth of storylines going to be kicked off on Superstars this week. Please be aware that the WrestleMania 3 logo will stay here until we get to WrestleMania 3. Tommy Rogers 50, Bobby Fulton 47, the Ultimate Warrior 37, the Great Muta 50, Rick Rude 66, Mr. Perfect 76, Mankind 55, Vader 63, The Undertaker 57, and Ken and Nagasaki 66, Warrior and Rumble and Rick Rude and Flying 69C+. Thank you. In a good pre-show match, Stan Hansen and the Road Warriors defeat Bruce Beefcake and Team Awesome. In 890, when Stan Hansen defeated Mike Rotundo by Pivot of the Western Lariat. Nastas Missiles was pretty weak, that's fine. Road Warrior Hawk 78, Road Warrior Animals 72. Stan Hansen 78, Bruce Beefcake 65, Mike Rotundo 52, Barry Windham 65. Barry Windham in performance at 74B-. In a decent pre-show match, the Heart Foundation 2, you'll find out more about this on the main show. I did say I was going to do it, and I have done it. And the Young Stallions defeated the Killer Bees and the Rock and Roll Express in 808 when Hogan Hart defeated Jim Burnsill by pinfall. Robert Gibson 60, Ricky Morton 58, Jim Burnsill 53, Brian Bear 50, Jim Powers 48, Paul Ramone 43, Owen Hart 66, Jim Nadine 70, Rick Morton in Rumble and then Hart in Rumble 66C+. In a decent pre-show match, Shane Douglas, Razor Ramon and Chris Benoit defeat Lex Luger, Ollie Anderson and Arn Anderson in 8:30 and Razor Ramon defeat Ollie Anderson by the Razor's legs. Benoit 66, Razor Ramon 60, Shane Douglas 53, Arn Anderson 71, Ollie Anderson 55 and Lex Luger 39. Razor Ramon in Technical and Performance and Lex Luger in Technical 67C+. Nice. Thank you. In a superb pre-show match, Michael Haynes, Magnetia and Ricky Steamboat defeat Harley Race, Bios and Terry Funkin. Ricky Steamboat defeat Harley Race by putting the Flying Karate Chop. Ricky Steamboat 83, Magnetia 56, Michael Haynes 63, Terry Funk 76, Ted DiBiase 81, Harley Race 76, Ted DiBiase in Flying, Ricky Steamboat in Rumble. So in all the title storylines, there is 4 teams in the tag team, 4 people in the Intercontinental, 4 people in the World title picture, and I will make a decision closer to about December time who will be going forth into what position in the main event and stuff heading into 1987's WrestleMania 3. 76B-. Thought I'd make that aware before we get on the main show. In a pre-show about great wrestling and good heat, Paul Orndorff and Bob Backlund defeat Jim Duggan and Archangel. In 741, when Paul Orndorff defeat Archangel by pin the lariat. Archangel 45, Jim Duggan 70. Bob Backlund 89, Paul Orndorff 93. They two have great chemistry. Should really put all Paul Orndorff in storyline. 77B on the pre-show, it's not bad. And then we open up with an 87B+ as Hulk Hogan's band goes, well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. This past week I kept my title tonight. For you fans, I'll be in action with Dusty Rhodes against Randy Savage and Roddy Piper. It's time people that saw Hulkamania is the strongest thing in the WWF, and it's only going to get stronger. Yay! Woo! Hogan! I am the real American. Boo! In an extreme short match, British Bulldogs defeat the Rockers in 5:05 when Davey Boy Smith defeated Mighty Jannetty by pivotal power, clean lift and diving headbutt. Mighty Jannetty 59, Shawn Michaels 59, Dynamite Kid 74, Davey Boy 72. No work moments. These are part of the tag team storyline. 74B-. That's fine. In an extreme short match, Carmella defeated Honky Tonk Man in 5:03 by pivot of the Giant Splash after the distraction of Greg Valentine. Carmella 61, Honky Tonk Man's 58. Carmella in performance. The Intercontinental storylines found segment for Lost Heat. If you want to kind of know, if we just go to book a match, I need to do this in a bit. So you got the 4 Horsemen with Arn Anderson, Ollie Anderson, Trina Vanderson, and Ric Flair, Sting, and then they'll be facing Sting, Jim Duggan, Billy Graham, and Dusty Rhodes. The 4 people in the Intercontinental storyline are Greg Valentine, Honky Tonk Man, Ken Nagasaki, and Rick Rude. World Heavyweight is Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Roddy Piper. And then the World Tag Team, we've got the British Bulldogs, the Rockers, of course, Jim Nadine at the Hart Foundation, Jim Nadine at Owen Hart, and then the Rock and Roll Express. So yeah, that's the full storylines we're going to have going on because of the hour TV shows. It means I can kind of pick and choose how I would advance them each week, one on the match, one on TV and stuff. But yeah, that's how it's going to be working. I need to come off there, 66C+. So Brett's in the back and he goes, as you can see, my brother and I have swapped. I'm the veteran singles division, and next week, Jim and Owen, the Heart Foundation will take on the Rock and Roll Express. Next week, they'll be the best on TV. They'll be the best on TV next week. So yeah, the Heart Foundation, you know, Jim and that won the titles. They passed it on to Owen. So now they are going to be taking on the Rock and Roll Express next week, which is one of the two 4 teams in the storyline. It might mean the titles get swapped around a bit before WrestleMania, but we'll see. 64C. So next week you've got that to look forward to on World Sport Superstars of Wrestling, or Superstars as it will be changed in next year. I'm going to change it. I know it's probably earlier, but I can't find much more information on when it changed to that. In an extremely short match, Ric Flair defeats Simon Storm in 5:29 by submission of figure 4 leg lock. Simon Storm 73, Ric Flair 96, no work from 76B minus. In about that good wrestling and decent rush of the crowd, Sting defeats Trilly Blanchard in 5:36 by pinfall. Sting 62, Trilly 70. No work from Jesse Ventura won't be on commentary table for much longer because he's going away to film a movie. The 4 Horsemen storyline event started with this segment. Nice, 74B minus to start that off. Music is shown to promote that Andre the Giant will be back from his injury very soon. No, I'm not going to hint at the other stuff. Okay, I was hoping they would. In about that great wrestling and good heat, Bret Hart defeated Tito Santana in 7:45 by submission as sharpshooter. Tito Santana 71, Bret Hart 76. Tito Santana in performance 77B, hence why Hogan. And next up is Dusty Rhodes Hogan taking on Piper and Macho Man Randy Savage. Gets an 84B plus. In an exceptional match, Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage and Roddy Piper in 15 minutes 12 seconds when Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage by pin with a big leg drop. During the match, we also had Roddy Piper turn on the Macho Man, in turn turning the biggest heel in this. Yeah, okay. I thought it'd go better than that. Roddy Piper has turned babyface, I should have waited. Hulk Hogan's got gimmicks against Dale Stone, so that Hulk Hogan 100, Dusty Rhodes 76, Roddy Piper 83, Randy Savage 88. No working ropes, and this coming Sunday night, you have to watch it live on pay-per-view. It's going to be not that one. On Saturday night's main event in May, the main event will not be disappointing you, as we will get to see Randy Savage and Roddy Piper taking each other on in a one-on-one match. My friends, that's happening live. A4B plus, not bad. And then in a terrible post-show match, Steven Regal defeated Man Mountain Mike in 10:09 by putting the exploded suplex. It was on performance. We'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. Thank you. Let's just move on. He was here for one night only. And in the post-show match, superb wrestling and great heat, Jake Roberts and Billy Graham defeated Nikita Koloff and Greg Valentine in 8:14:48 when Billy Graham defeated Greg Valentine by pinfall. Graham 85, Roberts 85, Greg Valentine 73, Nikita Koloff 67. No crimp, so we're going to end the show there. In front after 11,777 people turned out for it. 31 regions, I think we've increased our popularity in 31 regions. My friends, I'll see you live again next on Saturday for Saturday night's main event. Tonight, the World Wrestling Federation comes to you live in front of 13,800 people. Welcome back, guys. It's another edition of Superstars of Wrestling. And in a decent pre-show match, the Fist of Men, Ken Nakasaki, Mankind, Vader, and Undertaker defeat Barry Dawson, One Man Gang, and Rock and Roll Express at 7:31. And Undertaker defeated One Man Gang by pin of the choke slam. Undertaker 65, Vader 70, Mankind 59, Ken Nakasaki 70, One Man Gang 50, Barry Dawson 64, Robert Gibson 59, Ricky Morton 59, Ricky Morton in Techno, and Barry Dawson in Rumble 69C plus. Nice. In a pre-show bout that good wrestling and detach the crowd, the British Bulldogs defeat the Blade Runners in 8:25 and Dynamite Kid defeat Ultimate Warrior by pin for the power clean lift and diving headbutt. Dynamite Kid 78, David Boy 79, Ultimate Warrior 42, Sting 66, no work for him, he's getting better, putting him in tag team work, 72B minus, nice. In a pre-show bout good wrestling and detach the crowd, Benoit defeat Greg Valentine in 8:15 by pin for the Dragon Suplex. Greg Valentine 73, Chris Benoit 67, no work Chris 78B, nice. In a decent pre-show match, Mr. Perfect, Team Awesome and the Young Stallions defeat Mike Haynes, Fantastic and Road Warriors in 7:58 when Mr. Perfect defeated Tommy Rue by pin for the Henning Plex. Hawk 74, Animal 67, Rogers 52, Fulton 51, Haynes 60, Perfect 69, Powers 47, Ramon 45, Rotundo 57, and Wyndham 66. Road Warrior Animal in performance 69C plus, nice. And look who it is. We've got a returning superstars. We've got a returning manager and a returning superstar. But we've got a new debut. Please welcome back Jerry Lawler, and also Paul Orndorff's left us for Jim Crockett, JCP. So sod him. In a decent feature match, Honky Tonk Man, Rick Rude, Razor Ramon, and Shane Douglas defeat Masahiro Chono, Lex Luger, Nikita Koloff, and Jerry Lawler. In 8 and 9, Razor Ramon defeat Masahiro Chono by pin with a fall away slam. Shane Douglas 43, Razor Ramon 61, Rick Rude 66, Honky Tonk Man 64. Jerry Lawler 69, Nikita Koloff 62, Lex Luger 45, Masahiro Chono 62. Hogan and Sustainer minus straps. Oh, great. Lex Luger in performance 64C. Old School Heel got initial rating great. Hogan Man Sustainer minus staph infection in this match. That's fine. In a pre-show good wrestling, good heat and decent wrestling. Hercules and Hernandez State returns. Defeating Bruce Beefcake and 733 by pin on the backbreaker rack. Hercules Hernandez Membe's great. Hercules Hernandez 62, Bruce Beefcake 65, Bruce Beefcake and Techno 69C+. And we have Mr. Fuji returning. It's David is Evil Foreigner. He's a great monster. He's above average. He was working in Youngblood, but I brought him up because of Paul Orndorff leaving. And already he's got quite a lot of good in-ring stuff, so we're going to try and push him to the moon. So since October, I went back to Japan to find the biggest star for the WWF. Here he is. This is Yokozuna. No, second speaking, I sacked him. And tonight, he's going to show you what he can do. Watch this guy rise and take down Hulk Hogan. This man will be WWF World Champion. 51D+. Well, and he's at the first match. In a bad subpar wrestling on Little Heat, Yokozuna defeated Archangel on 6:18 by pin with a bonsai drop after Mr. Fuji interfered. Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji are a good pair and they play off each other well. Good. Archangel 43, Yokozuna 48. No work improvements, which is nice. 57C minus. In a decent match, MOD squad defeated the Walkers in 6:40 when James Jefferson defeated Shawn Michaels by pin with a pile driver. 64C. Mighty Jannetty 65, Shawn Michaels 65, James Jefferson 45, Mac Jefferson 46. No work improvements. 64C, can't complain. Then we have Hulk Hogan back. This is the bigger angle of the night. Mean Gene's proven acting and developing better skills. Performance of Hulk Hogan was fantastic. Now, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Andre the Giant told me to keep fighting and not visit him. Now he comes on TV and says I broke our friendship. This past week I was in Australia and Japan and England fighting on behalf of the WWF in our live Spring Slam tour. You see, I tried calling Andre, and you won't answer my calls, and it's not you. Well, let me say something, Jack. I tried, you won't do it. When you come back, you will be friends. It might be a misunderstanding. Now, Los Angeles, what you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother? E6B, nice. And in a bad subpar wrestling, a Little Heat, the Mayhem Express defeated the Road Bros in 5:43 and Super Strong Machine defeated Raven Road by putting the Devil Wimble Suplex. Sanjay Takanara 32, Super Strong Machine 34. Jack Rue 56, Raymond Rue 50, Jack Rue Rumble 51D+, not bad. In a decent match, the Hart Foundation defeated Steiner Brothers on 7:17 when Jim Nadine defeated Scott Steiner by pin with the Anvil Flatliner. Scott Steiner 48, Rick Steiner 52, Owen Hart 68, and Jim Nadine 68. Owen Hart in Rumble 66C+, can't complain. After that, the Hart Foundation 2 celebrating the victory in the ring. The Rock'n'Roll Express went in attack and beating them down to the mat. Madison Square Gardens, where we got Chili Ranch versus Dusty Rhodes. The Rock'n'Roll Express will be in a first of its kind match in WWF. It'll be a regular one, because I always do reg. Because otherwise people complain that they can't do it, which is annoying. So we're going to do regular one. Tag team, Falls Count Anywhere, regular, has no value, yes, save. I know that the WWF didn't used to do things like this at this time. They were more, orientated to the traditional sort of things. But, this is my version of it. I'm trying to stick with, certain things that jerk me. But, I think they did do occasional weird and wonderful matches. So, this one makes sense. So, yeah, the Hart Foundation 2 will be defending those tag team bouts against the Rock'n'Roll Express. I don't know how old the Rock'n'Roll Express at this time. So, he's 29. I think that means Robert Gibson will be 27. Yeah, so they're still quite young at this point in their careers. There you go, 55C minus, not bad. In a true short match, the Great Muta defeated Bob Backlund for 451 by pinfall. Bob Backlund 72, Great Muta 61. And no work with 76B minus. Video plays hyping up Hogan, Roddy Piper, Macho Man, and Ted DiBiase all in the main event tonight. 84B in a battle with sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage and Ted DiBiase in 1441 when Hulk Hogan defeats Randy Savage by the X-Bomber. Hulk Hogan 100. Holy shit, Roddy Piper 100. Ted DiBiase got an 83, and Randy Savage got a 95. No work improvements. But we will see. We're going to go to the next segment. That's the post-show. In a good show, Bret Hart, Carmella, and Steven Regal defeat Cyber Magnum TA and Jim Duggan. And Steven Regal defeated Magnum TA by pinfall. Steven Regal 55, Carmella 61, Bret Hart 80. Jim Duggan 73, Magnum TA 65. And Cyber 64, Magnum TA in performance at 58C-. Nice. In a post-show battle, great heat and good wrestling. Harley Race and Terry Funk defeated Tita Santana and Stan Hansen. When Harley Race defeated Tita Santana by pinfall the pile driver. Santana, Stan Hansen 68, Tita Santana 62, Funk 73, Harley Race 76, so the two don't work as a team, that's fine. Santana and Terry Funk in performance 58C-. In the post-show battle, superb wrestling and great heat, the four horsemen, Ollie Anderson, Trudy Branch, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair, defeat Billy Graham, Dusty Rhodes, Jake Roberts, and Ricky Steamboat, and 751 Ric Flair defeat Jake Roberts by pinfall. Ric Flair 96, Arn 71, Truly 72, Ollie 56, Ricky 83, Roberts 82, Dusty 77, Billy Graham 85, Jake Robertson flying the Steamboat in Rumble. As we end tonight's Superstars of Wrestling gets an 80B, we cannot complain with that. We'll see you guys live again next week for another edition of Superstars of Wrestling. Welcome back, my friends. We've not got everyone on the card tonight. We've got no pre-show or post-show because it's coming Sunday night, of course, or Saturday night, I can't remember when it is. We've got Madison Square Garden, so everyone will be on that card. So when we do that to save a bit of money, we just book the people who I want to book. So Randy Savage goes, oh yeah, this coming weekend, Madison Square Garden, I'm going to face Roddy Piper. You see, me and Miss Elizabeth have been on fire and only just lost against Hogan for the world title. I'm going to kick Roddy Piper's ass at MSG, and tonight I'm going to kick Jake Roberts' ass. Oh yeah. I like Randy Savage. Randy Savage has always been a bit of a fun one to book. So Randy Savage versus Roddy Piper is live. I have not got a match scheduled for Hogan, but I can promise you that Hogan will be in action, and I have got a match set for Hogan. Hulk Hogan will be defending that WWF World Heavyweight title against Bret the Hitman Hart. That is your main event, Hulk Hogan versus Bret Hart. 77B. I don't think that would have happened in real life, but there you go. In an exceptional match, Jake Roberts defeated Randy Savage in 5:49 when Randy Savage counted out fighting Roddy Piper at ringside. Jake Roberts 77, Randy Savage 93, no work from 76B-. In a decent match, MOD Squad defeated the Workers in 6:18 when James Jefferson defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall the pile driver. Mike Jannetty 59, Shawn Michaels 64, James Jefferson 51, Matt Jefferson 46. Shawn Michaels in Rumble and James Jefferson in Technical. Nice, 63C, they're getting better. The Rock and Roll Foundation have a massive backstage brawl, not very common, but I did it. In a superb match, Greg Valentine, Jerry Lawler, Bruce Beefcake, and Bret Hart defeat Tita Santana, Hercules Hernandez, Jim Duggan, and Magnum TA in 7:37 when Jerry Lawler defeated Tita Santana by pinfall the pile driver. Magnum TA 78, Jim Duggan 74, Hercules Hernandez 66, Tita Santana 69, Bret Hart 79, Bruce Beefcake 63, Jerry Lawler 87, and Greg Valentine 74. Bruce Beefcake in performance, Tito in performance, and Magnum TA in technical with 76B-. Nice. In a decent match, Yokozuna defeated Barry Dawson in 6:42 by pinfall the Bonsai drop. Barry Dawson 63, Yokozuna 54. Of course, I forgot to put Mr. Fuji into this, 65C. Chris Benoit's back and he goes, so I'm going after the Intercontinental title. And this is huge. This is taking me aback. You see, I've never been nervous or scared, but now I am. 20,000 fans will be in Madison Square Garden to see this match, and it's not going to be a disappointment. So yeah, I've added a couple of more people to the... So Lex Luger is now a part of the Greg Valentine Intercontinental storyline. So is Chris Benoit. Now I'm pushing Chris Benoit because he has got some great skills. His popularity is quite low, so I'm pushing him. And one way of pushing him is putting him in an Intercontinental title picture and story match. So he's got a title match that's coming Saturday night at Madison Square Garden. In short match, Julie Branch defeated Ricky Steamboat in 4 minutes 43 by pinfall the slingshot suplex. Julie Branch 78, Ricky Steamboat 86, no work improvement 76B-. Rear place hyping up your main event tonight is Hogan take on Ric Flair. In an unbelievable match, Hulk Hogan defeated Ric Flair in 15:13 by pinfall the big leg drop following defense from Billy Graham. He makes defense number 21 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Ric Flair 96, Hulk Hogan 100. He's improving in Rumble. An 82B. We're going to end the show there. 79B plus. Nice. We'll see you guys live on Sunday for Madison Square Gardens. Once again, 20,000 people have packed out Madison Square Gardens for the monthly event that is World Wrestling Federation at MSG. In a decent crucial match, Bruce Beefcake defeated Terry Gibson 15-26 by pin with a high knee. Bruce Beefcake 63, no improvements, don't care about Terry Gibbs, he's here on a one-night deal. Then we open up the main show, which is live across the one area in Japan. We're shown to England, Canada, America, and of course Australia. Boom, 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 boom. In about that good wrestling and decent wrestling card, Chris Benoit defeated Greg Valentine in 14:33 by submission. He is now your Intercontinental Champion. Chris Benoit has won the Intercontinental title here tonight in Madison Square Gardens. Benoit 67, Greg Valentine 68. No work appearance. Your new Intercontinental Champion, Chris Benoit. In about that good wrestling and decent wrestling crowd, Yokozuna defeated Tito Santana in 7:44 by putting the bonsai drop. Tito Santana 70, Yokozuna 59. Tito Santana in Rumble and Performance, a 71C+. In about that decent wrestling, the MOD squad defeated Steiner Brothers in 8:25, and Matt Jefferson defeated Scott Steiner by putting the pile driver. James Jefferson 51, Matt Jefferson 47, Scott Steiner 48, Rick Steiner 53. Matt Jefferson flying. They're both getting better at their gimmicks, a 55C-. In a decent match, Archangel defeated Mankind in 7:53 by putting the Liger Bomb. Mankind 60, Archangel 46, and no work of improvements, a 60C, not bad. In a good match, Ken Nakasaki defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 8:09 by pin with the power of hypnosis. Sergeant Slaughter 69, Ken Nakasaki 70, no work of improvements, a 76B-. In a decent match, the Half Foundation defeated the Rock and Roll Express in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 14:40 when Owen Hart defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall. On the outside, on top of the stage, the Rat Entrance Rumble Sink. The Hart Foundation 2 make defense number 1 of their WWF Tag Team titles. Robert Gibson 64, Ricky Morton 60, Owen Hart 67, Jim the D-Not 67. Owen Hart in Rumble 71 70C+. In a decent match, Ollie Anderson defeated Jim Duggan at 7:41 by pinfall. Jim Duggan 71, Ollie Anderson 53, no work appearance 73B-. In above that superb wrestling and great heat, Arn Anderson defeated Billy Graham in 7:38 by pinfall. Arn Anderson 72, Billy Graham 87, no work appearance 76B-. In above that great wrestling and decent wrestling crowd, the British Bulldogs defeated the Road Warriors in 15:26 when Dynamite Kid defeated Road Warrior Animal by pin with the power, clean, lifting, lift, diving, headbutt. Road Warrior Hawk 81, Road Warrior Animal 71, Dynamite Kid 76, David Boy 76, Hawk in Technical and Animal in Performance, a 77B, cannot complain. In about that great, good heat and decent wrestling, Hercules and Hernandez defeated Terry Funk in 9:42 by pin with the backbreaker rack. Hercules and Hernandez 64, Terry Funk 65, no work appearance 69C+. In a decent match, the Young Stallions defeated the Fantastics in 7:15 when Jim Powers defeated Bobby Fulton by pin with the double dropkick, 60C. Tommy Rue 59, Bobby Fulton 55, Jim Powers 48, and Paul Ramone 49. No work on 60C, cannot complain. In a decent match, Steven Regal defeated Michael Haynes in 7:43 by pinfall. Haynes 67, Regal 54, no work on 69C+, cannot complain. In about that decent wrestling military, Shane Douglas, Razor Ramon, and the Great Muta defeated Masahiro Chono, Lex Luger, Nikita Koloff in 10:25, and Razor Ramon defeated Lex Luger by pinfall, the Razor's Edge. Great Muta 62, Razor Ramon 61, Shane Douglas 43, Nikita Koloff 62, Lex Luger 46, and Masahiro Chono 49. No work on 61C. In a decent match, Mr. Perfect, Camilla and Bob Backlund defeated Barry Dawes, One Man Gang, and Rick Rude in 7:46 when Camilla defeated One Man Gang by pin with the Giant Splash. Rick Rude 65, One Man Gang 50, Barry Dawson 60, Bob Backlund 75, Camilla 63, and Mr. Perfect 67. No work on 74B-. In about that great wrestling and good heat, Dusty Rhodes defeated Trudy Blanchard at 14:56 by pin with the Bonic Elbow. Trudy Blanchard 70, Dusty Rhodes 73, no work on 75B-. In about that superb wrestling great heat, Ted DiBiase and Harley Race defeated Stan Hansen and Ricky Steamboat. In 7:49 when Ted DiBiase defeated Stan Hansen by pinfall. Ricky Steamboat 85, Stan Hansen 77, Harley Race 76, Ted DiBiase 83. Ricky Steamboat in Rumble was 76B-. In an exceptional match, Magnum TA defeated Ric Flair in 14:31 by pinfall. Magnum TA 62, Ric Flair got a 96 and 80B, not bad. In a decent match, the Blade Runners defeated Team Awesome, the Monsters, and the Mayhem Express in 14:34. The elimination was the Mayhem Express first, and Team Awesome, and finally the Monsters. Shunjo Takanara 33, Super Strong Machine 39, Mike Rotundo 56, Barry Windham 65, Vader 66, Undertaker 63, Ultimate Warrior 43, and Sting 65. Vader in Performance is 61C, cannot complain. In a battle at Superb Wrestling and Good Heat, Jerry Lawler defeated Jake Roberts by pinfall the pile driver. Jake Roberts 86, Jerry Lawler 69, no work appearance in 81B. In a decent match, the Rude Brothers defeated the Rockers in 12:59 when Raymond Rude defeated Mighty Genetic by pinfall the Lab Bomb de Rue. Mighty Genetic 63, Shawn Michaels 66, Jackus Rue 56, and Raymond Rude 54. No work appearance 67C+. The video plays hyping up Randy Savage versus Roddy Piper, our summer main. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage defeated Roddy Piper in 1950 by pinfall. Randy Savage 92, Roddy Piper 94, no work appearance in 83B+. And our main event tonight is Hulk Hogan versus Bret Hart. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Bret Hart in 2030 by pinfall the Axe Bomber. He makes defense number 2 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. No work appearance in 80 from Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan at 100, not bad. I know that's going to bomb the show a bit, 77B+, but I don't care. I'm pushing Bret Hart, seeing what he can do, and he's doing quite well at it. So, Hogan, Randy, and I'm going to give it to Roddy, actually, because Roddy and Randy did really well tonight. So we're going to praise everybody. We're going to praise these 3 people for great performance, and we'll see you on Friday for another edition of WWF Superstars. Welcome back to the show. I have to say I was going to do 3 months, but it's just taken too long to do 2 months, so I'm just going to do 2 months every episode. It'll be easier on me because I want to get down and dusted with this today. And if I do another month, I've still got 2 more of this and then 4 more do the Superstars in an entire month to book next month. So just going to get on with this, and then we're going to end the episode in with the main event, Super Show on Sunday night. And then I'm going to book. I think you guys will see me. Oh, that's no convenience. Shouldn't look at that yet. I think you guys will see me in the weekly series. But in a decent feature match, Archangel, the Mayhem Express, and the Steiner Brothers defeated Masahiro Chono, British Bulldog, and Young Stallions in 5:53 when Super Strong Machine defeated Masahiro Chono by pinfall the Devil Windmill Suplex. Scott Steiner 54, Rick Steiner 51, Archangel 48, Sunjo Takanara 41, Super Strong Machine 43, Masahiro Chono 53, Jim Powers 48, Paul Ramone 45, Dynamite Kid 73, and Davey Boy 71. Masahiro Chono in Rumble, Rick Steiner in Rumble in Performance, Scott Steiner in Performance, Archangel in Rumble, and Shunja Takanara in Performance. Nice, a 62C+. Beautiful improvements. In a decent feature match, Greg Valentine, Bob Backlund defeated Koloff to defeat Chris Benoit, Razor Ramon the Great Muta in 6:10 when Bob Backlund defeated the Great Muta by pinfall. The Muta 58, Razor Ramon 56, Benoit 60, Nikita Koloff 60, Bob Backlund 64, Greg Valentine 67. No work improvement 69C+. In a pre-show battle, good wrestling and a decent match to crowd the fearsome men, Ken Nagasaki didn't take a fade and Mankind defeated Tito Santana, Sergeant Slaughter and Road Warriors in 7:12 when Ken Nagasaki defeated Tito Santana by pinfall with a Kamazaki crash. Mankind 56, Vader 67, Undertaker 61, Ken Nagasaki 72, Hawk 74, Animal 65, Slaughter 62 and Tito Santana 68. Mankind improving in flying and Animal improving in performance, a 74B-. In an extremely short pre-show match, Steven Regal defeated Magnum TA in 5:27 by pinfall. Magnum TA 71, Steven Regal 55, no work appearance 68C+. In a decent pre-show match, Shane Douglas and the Fantastic defeats Lex Luger and the Hart Foundation. In Sun Trial, Shane Douglas defeats Lex Luger by pinfall the belly-to-belly suplex. Owen Hart 66, Jim Deneen Hart 65, Luger 43, Shane Douglas 45, Tommy Rogers 51, Bobby Thornton 53. Luger in Performance and Owen Hart in Rumble 60C, not bad at all. In a superb pre-show match, Carmella defeated Jake Roberts in 6:45 by pinfall the Giant Splash 77B, Jake Roberts 82, Carmella 63, no work improvements 77B, cannot complain. And then in the pre-show battle, good wrestling and a decent match of crowd, Stan Hansen, Rick Rude, Michael Haynes and Barry Dorso defeated Bret Hart, Bruce Beefcake, Joe Lawler and Ollie Hansen in 26 when Barry Dorso defeated Ollie Hansen by the running clothesline tackle. Barry Dorso 59, Haynes 67, Rick Rude 65, Hansen 75, Ollie 56, Jerry 70, Bruce Beefcake 65, Bret Hart 80, no work appearance 77B. And then we got Hogan in the back and goes, the Hulkamaniacs were running wild in MSG this past weekend. Mean Gene. Now I beat Bret Hart, he was a strong dude and nearly beat me with that sharpshooter. Now this Sunday night I've got to face Ted DiBiase 1-on-1 with the gold online. Now he's challenging, but I know the Hulkamaniacs will force me through to get this gold around my waist, brother. So yeah, the June Supercard, which is what we're going to end the episode on, has got a few matches been booked for it tonight because I don't always book matches. I just go with a booking style and hope for the best. But I'm going to decide now that booking match is good. For Hulk Hogan versus Ted DiBiase, the WWF Championship will be on the line in that match. You do not want to miss it. 74B minus. In a decent match, the MAD squad defeated the Rockers in 8:27. Mac Jefferson. Sorry. With Matt Jefferson defeated Mighty Janae by pivotal pile driver. James Jefferson 51, Matt Jefferson 49, Mighty Janae 57, Shawn Michaels 61. Matt Jefferson improving technical 61C. And then we got Chris Benoit and he goes, look at this. I won the title of Madison Square Garden in the Supercard and the Supercard live this Sunday night. I'm going to give Greg his rematch. They say he needs to repeat himself and he will when I beat him all over again and I still be the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion. So I've only booked 2 matches, well I've booked 3 technically speaking. I'm going to do something a little different. But yeah, Benoit versus Greg Valentine will be happening. Now Benoit is still down here. If you double click, you can see what he's holding. He's the Intercontinental Champion. So I do like that little feature. It does that. That's quite cool. Nifty little feature. But Greg Valentine versus Chris Benoit. 45D. In an extremely short match, Yokozuna defeated One Man Gang in 4:48 by pin of the Bonsai drop. One Man Gang 56, Yokozuna 62, no work appearance 72B minus. In about that good great wrestling and good heat, Jim Duggan defeated Arn Anderson in 8:04 by pin of the running clothesline tackle. Jim Duggan 71, Arn Anderson 72, no work appearance 76B minus. Not bad. In a decent match, the Blade Runners defeated the Rude Brothers in 7:40 when Ultimate Warrior defeated Jax Rude by pin of the Big Splash. Turns the ring work, Sting was head and shoulders better up. That's fine. Ultimate Warrior 45, Sting 63, Jacques Rue 54, Raymond Rue 52. Oh, he's probably Rug, I don't know. 60C, not bad. Jim Neely and our own heart having a conversation with Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson backstage. Now we know we've done this match a few times, so next month we'll change it to the Rockers. But at the moment we're doing this one, and it's going to be a 2v2 cage. Is that modern? Yeah, it's brawl based again. New. I don't know why cage matches are brawl based. I don't see it. But we'll go for a 2v2 reg cage. So the WWF are going to be erecting a cage. I have it totally edited that wrong because I'm just going to select all my defaults. There's a lot of matches in this game. Some of them will not be used till the 1990s. Some of them won't be used at all. For instance, the No Rope by a Boy match. I don't think I can get away with that in the WWF. Save. Could try in the modern day WWF, but bless me, God, I'm dying. I'm coughing. I'm sneezing. I'm just anyone watching with their earphones have probably had their eardrums blown. Yeah. So anyway, where's the Heart Foundation? They're your WWF World Tag Team Champions. Yes. So we have got a bit of an issue with tag team titles. With tag teams and not enough. I think I can do, and it means I'm going to be bringing in another team very soon, or 2 teams actually. Hint, hint. There will be some more belts being added, or some former titles which, from a former company we've bought out, are going to be making an appearance in the WWF. Very soon. So look out for that. Yep, that's going to happen. And then, in about that sensational wrestling and fantastic, Hulk Hogan defeated Harley Race in 7:48 by pin of the big low drop. Harley Race 84, Hulk Hogan 100. These two have pretty great chemistry showing their performance. Nice work appearance on 77B. And then immediately showing from Andre the Giant. He's coming back, 79B. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Ted DiBiase and Trudy Blanchard defeat Ricky Steamboat, Billy Graham, Dusty Rhodes and Roddy Piper in 7:57. When Ted DiBiase defeated Ricky Steamboat by pinfall. This was meant to go 15 minutes. I don't know what happened there. Roddy 94, Dusty 76, Billy Graham 83, Ricky Steamboat 82, Trudy Blanchard 75, Ted DiBiase 84, Ric Flair 95, and Randy Savage 94. Live on pay-per-view this coming Sunday night on the June Supercard. It's going to be a very special swap of storylines here, as Roddy Piper will be going one-on-one with the man himself, Ric Flair. You're going to get to see Roddy Piper versus Ric Flair live on pay-per-view. And Dusty Rhodes, not the Superstar Billy Graham, Dusty Rhodes will be taking on Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. So that's all to play for this coming Sunday night. In a decent potion match, Mr. Perfect defeated Joe Melecchio in 5:44 by submission. He got 41. Mr. Perfect going to got an 18. No equivalency, still great chemistry, showing no performance. 17 minus. Nice for a one-night deal, guy. In a decent post-show match, the Rockwell Express defeated Team Olsen 7:38 when Robert Gibson defeated Mike Rotundo by another double dropkick. Robert Gibson 67, Ricky Morton 64, Mike Rotundo 57, Bay Windham 69. Gibson in Rumble and Rotundo in Performance of 53 C-. Then in a good post-show match, Terry Funk defeated Hercules Hernandez in 7:31 by the Power Driver. Funk 69, Hercules Hernandez 66. He's improving in Performance of 56 C-. We end the show there, 75 B-. Not a bad show, increased our popularity in 23 regions. Sold out crowd in front of 10,500, cannot complain. And we'll see you live for the June Supercard this coming Sunday night. 25,597 people have sold out the Sculptor for Field. For the final part of this episode, you know, so I was going to do 3, but it takes too long. So this will be the final part, then I'm going to get SmackDown and Raw done. Then I'm done for the week. But yeah. Here we go. WWF June Supercard. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Stan Hansen, Jake Roberts and Ricky Steamboat defeated Arn Anderson. Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler in 8:21. Ricky Steamboat defeated Arn Anderson both with a flying karate chop. Ricky Steamboat 85, Jake Roberts 82, Stan Hansen 71. Lawler 71, Bret Hart 80, Arn 70. No record 76 B-. Not bad. In a battle of good wrestling and a decent wrestling card, Benoit defeated Greg Valentine in 15:24 by submission. Chris Benoit makes defense number 1 if he's Intercontinental. Both got a 70, so 73 B-. Cannot complain with that. That's probably the title helping out with that rating. In a battle of decent wrestling with a much heat, the MOD squad defeated the Steiner Brothers when James Jefferson defeated Scott Steiner by pin with a pile driver. Scott Steiner 51, Steiner 51, James Jefferson 53, Matt Jefferson 49, and James Jefferson improved in Rumble. Lovely jubbly. In an exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Truly Blanchard by pinfall, the body slam. No work improvements. No. Andre the Giant 88, Truly Blanchard 70 and 80B. In a battle of superb wrestling and good heat, Ken Nakazaki defeated Billy Graham in 7:51 by pinfall, the Kamazaki Crash. Billy Graham 85, Ken Nakazaki 72. Yes, I am pushing him towards the main event scene now. That's where he deserves to be. 77B. And that's why. Not bad a match. Brilliant match. In fact, in a good wrestling and decent card, the Half Foundation defeated Rock and Roll Express in 14:44 and Owen Hart defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall. The Half Foundation make defense number 2 of their WWF Tag Team titles. Gibson 66, Ricky Morton 64, Owen 69, Jim 67. No work improvements, but as you can see, that was the steel cage match. 71C+. Not bad. Cannot complain. In a battle of good wrestling and decent the crowd, Harley Race and the British Bulldogs defeated Jim Jog and the Main M Express in 7:31 when Harley Race defeated Shunjao Takanara by from the Paraja. Kid 76, David Boy 76, Harley Race 81, Jim Duggan 74, Sunjao Takanara 38 and Super Strong Machine 44. No work improvements, a 75B-. Can't complain with that. In a decent match, the Road Bros and Team Awesome defeated the Fantastics and the Road Warriors in 8:28 when Mike Rotundo defeated Tommy Rogers by pinfall. Road Warrior Hawk 71, Animals 65, Tommy Rogers 53, Bobby Fulton 51, Rotundo 56, Wyndham 64, Jack Crew 52, Raymond Rue 50. Jack Rue in Rumble, Animal in Performance of 67C+. In a very good heat and decent wrestling, Terry Funk defeated Magnum TA in 7:54 by pinfall the pile driver. Magnum TA 62, Terry Funk 66, and no work improvements. 69C+, not bad. In a decent match, Camilla defeated Shane Douglas in 7:50 by pinfall the Giant Splash. Shane Douglas 43, Camilla 66, no work improvements 64C. In a decent match, Lex Luger defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 7:35 by pinfall. Luger's 44. Slaughter 67, Lex Luger improving the performance. He's also getting better his gimmick, 65C, can't complain with that. In a decent match, Tito Santana defeated Masahiro Chono by pinfall flying forearm smash. Masahiro Chono 47, Tito Santana 63. No work improvements to 61C, can't complain. In a decent match, Yokozuna defeated Barry Dawson at 6:13 by pinfall with a bonsai drop. Barry Dawson 63, Yokozuna 63. No work pro 69C plus, cannot complain. In about a good wrestling, a decent match of the crowd, Hercules Hernandez defeat Mr. Perfect in 7:35 by pinfall the Breakers Rack. Mr. Perfect 69, Hercules Hernandez 65. No work for 74B minus. In a decent match, Rick Rude defeated Nikita Koloff in 7:36 by pinfall the Rude Awakening. Nikita Koloff 63, Rick Rude 66. No work for 71-70C plus. In a decent match, One Man Gang defeated Mankind in 5:53 by pinfall the 747. Mankind 55, One Man Gang 49. No work improvements. That's 57C minus, not bad. In about that good wrestling, in decent match, the crowd, Bob Backlund defeated the Great Muta in 8:15 by pinfall the Atomic Bot Drop. Great Muta 63, Bob Backlund 76. No work for 75B minus, can't complain with that one. In a decent match, the Blade Runners defeat the Young Stallions in 7:32 and the Ultimate Warrior defeat Paul Ramon by pinfall the Big Splash. Jim Powers 53, Paul Ramon 49, Ultimate Warrior 46, Sting 66. No work for 62C. In a decent match, Ollie Anderson defeated Razor Ramon in 8:26 by pinfall. Razor Ramon 60, Ollie Anderson 53. No work for 63C. In a decent match, Michael Haynes defeated Brutus Beefcake in 8:12 by pinfall. Brutus Beefcake 63, Michael Haynes 60. Brutus Beefcake and Technol 69C plus. In a decent match, the Monsters defeated the Rockers in 7:45 and the Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall the Tombstone. Mighty Jannetty 61, Shawn Michaels 65, Vader 68, Undertaker 63. No work improvements, it's 71C plus. In a decent match, Steven Regal defeated Archangel in 6:20 by pinfall. Regal got a 62 here tonight, Archangel got a 52. These two have great chemistry in their performance. Steven Regal improved in performance. Okay. Well, 62C, these did better than I thought they were going to do. In an exceptional match, Dusty Rhodes defeated Randy Savage in 14:41 by pinfall with a Bionic Elbow. Dusty Rhodes for 84, Randy Savage 92, no working with 78B. Beautiful little match. Video plays hyping up Roddy Piper taking on Ric Flair. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated Roddy Piper in 20:03 by pinfall by submission to figure 4 leg lock. Roddy Piper 94, Ric Flair 95, no work improvements, an 83B plus. Video plays hyping up Hulk Hogan versus Ted DiBiase. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Ted DiBiase in 21:49 by pinfall with a big leg drop. He makes defense number 23 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Ted DiBiase 83, Hulk Hogan 100, 78B. I'm going to end the show there. I'm very annoyed because it isn't hinting for some reason. I have to check it, but it should be hinting because it didn't hint when he had his match Andre the Giant's heel turn. I don't know if it's Ted DiBiase's popularity that's holding him back, so I'm going to have a look into that, but he should be doing a lot better than that because he's better on the board than anybody else. Let's praise them all, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will be episode number 1. This is 7, so it'll be episode 8. We'll see you guys back here with episode 8 and on again, same time, same place next week, and I'll see you in just a little, in about an hour's time, probably, depending on how long the video is. We'll see you for Monday Night Raw Weekly, when Raw will respond with a pay-per-view in 2 weeks. But how are they going to set that pay-per-view up? Ladies and gentlemen, join us for Monday Night Raw, and then tomorrow for Tuesday Night SmackDown. Thanks for watching. See you again real soon.